name is Taryn. I play tenor saxophone and flute.
Hey, I'm Bruno. I play alto sax and I sing.
I'm Billy Bob. I play bass in the band and Bean Dip Ahoy.
My name is Dan and I play guitar.
My name is Jorge and I play drums.
We're Consumata.
We started off with Alex Gannon, who's an accordion player, and Milton Puma, who's a bass player. And we were in my basement just trying to go against the grain, really. And we're like, we can't think about saying what a fusion is. We have to think about a different principle and a different experiment. So we looked up cut-ups, and cut-ups was this idea of like honing in on different little windows that could present itself through the music in sessions and transitions, that you get a little foreshadowing here and you get a little foreshadowing there, you get the full scope later, or your emotion, and it starts to fall a little schizophrenic. But like a movie, you have to watch it from the beginning to the end. And what happens with a lot of bands is they create their one song, and then the next song is completely different, and then the next song is completely different, or the same thing, and then it just doesn't fuse together for a whole set. We were thinking in sets as opposed to songs. And so Consumata is like everyone's point of view, everyone's vision on it, whoever's there at the moment.
I think the influences of the music that we play are actually people who are no longer in the band are influences, because we take sort of what was there from them and we transform that. So there's a little bit of inspiration from those people. There's a little bit of, when somebody plays something, it just bounces off of you in a way that you hear something and that's why you play, So it's this very kind of organic, experience of like, this very rich kind of songs, because there's been many hands in these songs, to shape them. And, I think with the current lineup that we have done that more than ever before, because now we're kind of looking at those tiny little, things that need to kind of be more defined and worked on, and just give the music, this sort of emotion and expression, and I think that's been the great aspect of recording, recently recording in the studio, because we can take the time to listen and not just play, all the time. But I think our influences are definitely cultural music, like the great staples of world music like reggae and cumbia and, things like, rockabilly even, and many artists that have influenced us could be, people like Manu Chao, Chico Trujillo. I could just go on with the names, It's really the energy of the music that's the most inspiring thing,
not all of our songs have lyrics, nor do we need lyrics, nor do we. That was another issue. Many people ask us, well, why don't you have a front singer, this and that? You should have somebody who like sings on everything. And we're like, well, we don't really need that person. We tried looking for somebody and no one fit in. And then we're like, well, we should all hone in on that sound, like that Cuban gospel sound where everybody sings in the band. Everybody's there. It's ephemeral, kind of like when everybody sings, it just goes pumping. Are we political? As soon as we take that first note, as soon as we play that first note, we're already political. Do we have to talk about politics? I don't think music has to be in politics. Do we? We do have a song that's about politics, or a few of them. What are our lyrics? Our lyrics are, whatever we need to talk about. And talking about right now in our early 30s, late 20s, is we want to have a good time. We're aware that most of our friends are having hard times being in this country or anywhere else because of legalities or like paperwork. And we're against borders, or I'm against borders. I don't know everybody else. But if we weren't here together, we wouldn't be able to talk about this. But then we also want to know that there's a happy time. We want to dance. There will be freedom. There will be, a lost heart, that lost lover. But the majority of our music is pretty much spoken by our instrumentations.
So I want to give a thanks and a shout out to all the people that listen to Consumata, are down to party with Consumata, enjoy our music. They support us 100% or even 10%. It's, a little bit goes a long way. I want to say thank you to all those people. Thank you to everybody in the band for putting a lot of effort and work into what we do, and just being like great people overall. We're gonna keep coming up with new things. Just keep doing what we do, and I hope you guys stick around. Yeah.
Thank you to everybody. You can find us on Facebook, Consumata Sonidera, or our page, Consumata. You can find us on Bandcamp, Consumata. And you can follow us on Twitter, Consumata NYC. Thank you to everybody, and you will definitely find us at a party late at night, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. That's where we shine the best, when we've all had enough to drink and we want to dance. Take it off.
watching Music Factory TV. Yo, Queens, New York, sharp lads. Up in this motherfucker, 95 Dobbin. Old school Glendale hardcore niggas. That's what's up. Don't tell your friends about Queens. You guys got Brooklyn. Thank you.